I used to think that STEM was like you would just start off like learning smaller things about like engineering and science and math, and that like it wasn't going to be that interesting. But then I actually got to like experience it in this room. I really enjoyed it. Now I know that STEM is like many different things. You can interact with things, you can build things, you can modify things, and it's really cool.
I used to think that STEM was boring, but now I see that it's interesting and kind of fun.
So we're really excited to have the Pathways to STEM Success project latch on to 1080's STEMFest 1080 Expo. The Expo is essentially introducing schools and students and teachers to 1080 challenges and curriculum. However, we have a new network of organizations that have STEM programs that are coming together to convene and talk about best practices. And we want to kick off that convening with a large event. So we're having a STEM fair, a maker party, where all our organizations are having activities from an array of disciplines of STEM. We want students to feel socially and culturally represented in this environment so that they can see themselves as STEM community. They're introduced to professionals of color that are in those fields. I think that's really critical in terms of trying to get students involved in STEM who probably never thought of STEM as something for themselves.
Most of the time when you go places, they only have one set of race people there, and then like today, like they have different, it's like, oh, I can do better, and like, oh, I can achieve more. And it's really like, wow, like if they can do it, I can do it too.
I think that what's really cool is that it is hands-on. It is people in the field. So for example, we actually have an Illinois State police officer that's going to do a really engaging forensics activity with students. And so again, opportunities for students to put their hands on something, try it, see if they like it, and then and kind of go from there.
So all these workshops really just gave the students just a real touch of an opportunity that they now have to get involved in something that really might help them figure out which path they want to take in college, if they want to go into a career.
I've always been really interested in like environmental studies, and I've always been relatively up to date on different power sources and different ways you can go green. And I guess this fair has basically just kind of honed in those feelings and made me feel a little bit more secure about my future. That there is something that I want to do, not just I'm going to be stuck in a job that I don't want to do and I'll be miserable. There is something that I'm actually interested in, something I'm passionate about.
I never really thought about engineering before, but growing up I used to be like really technical in my hands. I was never really like prepared or really encouraged to like go into the field until today. And now I feel like I can really do it.
Any impact that we can have on the students is just so important. We're talking about pathways to STEM. So if students don't see what's the next step and it's not clear and it's not accessible, they won't even jump on the train to go to STEM. So I think some of those conversations and information, we're hoping that students are, informally getting. Some students might, sign up with a program. They might, be really excited and go back to their classroom with their teachers and sign up for 1080 challenges. We're hoping that even some of those students will meet some college representatives today and could even be thinking about what are the majors in STEM. What are my options? I can do STEM. I really hope that that students walk away with that in mind.